Hello everybody, and welcome back to Roads Yet Traveled. We are here, still working with Marruk. He's a silent treatment kind of guy. That's kind of fine. That is A-okay in my book. The silence is still deafening though, and when Marruk takes a short break to rest against the wall, I take my shot. Marruk? Yeah. I know you explained earlier that sometimes your job is just walking up and down hallways aimlessly, but what does the security team do exactly? Besides Roan, you seem to be the one running about the most, and well, I don't really understand why. Aw. Sorry, that cough drop is really annoying. I will take that out of my mouth for now. Look, I told you. I'm making sure no one gets hurt. From what, though? From what? From anything, Tucker. Accidents to altercations to aliens. My team and I just respond to reports and make sure everything is running smoothly. Oh, okay, so if there was like a spill or something, would you take care of it? No. That'll be janitorial. But if the spill was something dangerous, we'd cordon the area. How about if something breaks? Depends on what's broken. A light? That'd be his issue. A broken door? Maybe us. We'd at least direct people around it. So, why all the patrolling then? Wouldn't it be easier to wait for something to happen? It's good practice mainly, but it can be pretty important to some to have someone close by if anything does happen. And Kit, you get one more question. Don't think these come freely. Fine, but you can't really tell me that you prefer silence over this. I can, and I will. Anyways, I usually need to respond to some messages soon, so I won't be able to answer your questions. Oh, and also, that counted as your question. Wait, that's not fair. He just smiles and scoffs, pulling up his monitor to hide his face. It's see-through! Ugh, you suck. I think he's still smiling behind that projection, but I can't be sure. Sighing and looking around, I've started to notice that maybe some of this place is recognizable. Like, I can recognize the signs and the floor charts at least. I bet I could even get back to my room from here. I don't have time to think more than it though, as Marruk sighs and steps away from the wall, gesturing ahead as we continue our never-ending route. Oh. It must be the 25th or 26th mark by now. Lunch came and went, the people working have already left for the day, and the hallways have gone dark. Looking around confirms that it's just dead empty here. I'm not sure why we're still walking, to be honest. Here, I'll turn up the volume a little bit. We could probably just relax for the rest of the shift, but I don't think Marruk got to where he is by taking breaks. Marruk says there's only a few more laps left, but at this point, I'm already exhausted, and I know that I'm going to be feeling sore tomorrow. I'm starting to understand how felt. And maybe also Kate Bush. Anyways, Marruk's already said barely said a word since I last talked to him. His dedication to being just truly impossible to approach is impressive. I'll give him that. But it's damn frustrating when I have nothing better to do. Okay, to hell with the silence. Can we please talk about something? I'm dying here. Marruk. Sorry. I was just considering letting you die of boredom. You are the worst today. But fine, we can talk. Shift's almost over already, but I get to ask the questions this time. That's fine by me. Good. I don't think he had a question ready.
So, you ever figure out how you got here?
Huh. I was kind of hoping someone else would tell me that, honestly.
Waiting around won't do you any good.
Marruk, I can't exactly go anywhere right now, and even if I could, I wouldn't even know where to start. This isn't exactly a normal occurrence for me.
Fine. Still, it's fucking weird, right? I mean, people don't just appear out of thin air, and yet, you kind of did just that, huh?
Yeah, I don't even remember anything happening. I kind of just blinked and I was here. Honestly, I just thought I took a wrong turn.
Pretty far from home for a wrong turn, kid.
He looks at me out of the corner of his eye for a second, before turning away and scratching behind his hairs. I don't think Marruk has any ideas on how I got here. Not that anyone really does.
Alright, one more. We'll call it done after this lap too, alright? So, how's Doc treating you? I know you weren't alone, you were all alone last night and all, so I was just curious.
Wait, is he worried about me? No, surely not. Marrowyn's been great. I understand that he can be busy at times, though, but it's okay. I can't tell if he believes me or not, but he nods all the same.
Good. Alright, you look like you're about to fall over. Let's head back.
Giving him the limpiest salute ever, I follow behind him through the last leg of our route. Oh? This part of the ship is desolate, as not a single Karen passes us on our way back to our rooms. The pale light lulls me towards sleep, the growling from my stomach the only thing keeping me going. I really only hope the cafeteria still has food this late. Turning the corner past the library, I notice there's a Karen waiting outside the door. Getting closer, I can see that it's actually... Oh?
Tucker! There you are!
Marrowyn! Hello! Look at him, guys. It's been a while. It's been a long while, hasn't it? Marrowyn quickly walks over to us, waving as if he couldn't see me. He couldn't see me already.
Marruk, I thought you would have been back by now. What took so long? Me? Doc, you're one to talk. I had to completely reconstruct my day because of you. Right. Sorry about that. I was, well, preoccupied. But I wanted to come by and see you. And, well, apologize.
Covering his mouth and looking away, he seems genuinely upset. I feel bad for him, but I'm thankful that he knows that he upset me.
Tucker, I'm sorry I was pulled away yesterday. I believe I've said before that my schedule is a bit... well, sometimes it's dictated by something outside of my control. I'll try to manage it better for you in the future.
Of course, Marrowyn. But it's okay, really. Please don't feel bad. Words try to escape my mouth, but they all crumble and fail to materialize. Looking away, he rubs the back of his head and puts a massive paw into his pocket before.
Oh, here, as an apology.
He pulls a closed paw out and rests it in front of me. I don't quite follow, but I place my hands under it until he drops something into it. Something cold and metallic and rectangular and... Oh, my phone? Wait, can I have this back? Tyre's done with it?
Yes. I know it was important to you, so well, I may have encouraged him to finish working on it sooner. And I had him, make some improvements to it. Try tapping the top.
He points to where the camera should be, and I see that there's something attached to it. When I tap it, however, a monitor screen pops up on my phone. I almost have to stop myself from dropping it. What? How'd you do this?
I didn't do anything. Tyre just quickly threw that together for you. If it doesn't work like how you want it to, let me know.
Marrowyn, thank you.
Of course, Tucker. Oh, and one last thing. I took the liberty of inputting our contacts into it, so if you ever need to message us, it should be quick.
Hey, Doc, when you say our contact...
Yes. Yes and yes, Marruk. I gave Tucker your number as well.
You could have asked first. Well, that's great and all, but I'm gonna head to the cafeteria before it closes. You're good with Tucker here, Doc.
Oh, yes. I'll message you a list. Please pick it up if you can.
Yeah. What am I? A goddamn waiter? I swear sometimes. He cuts himself off as he turns the corner. Alone now with Marrowyn, I pocket my phone and get a better look at him. He seems nervous, but I can see his tail lolling gently behind him.
So I...
Oh.
Huh.
You go first.
Well, how was working with, Director Tyron? I hope it wasn't too much work.
Oh, it was fun. I got to see a lot more of the ship and I met some new people.
Really? That's wonderful to hear. And Marruk, he wasn't too hard on you.
Nah, he's not as bad as he thinks he is.
Yes.
Yeah. How about you, Doc? How was working with Dyer?
No, we don't have to talk about that, Tucker. Surely you'd prefer to tell me about your day instead. I'd love to hear about everything you did with Marruk and...
Marrowyn, we talked about this.
I'm sorry. You're right. I only have tonight off, and I didn't want to worry you with more work.
Looking closer now, I can see the small hunch in his posture. His breath seems a bit labored and slow. I think he's telling the truth. Alright, well, I hope you can rest tonight. I'd still love to hear about what you did with Tyre, but it can wait.
Thank you. I did want to say, though, that...
He cuts himself off and looks down the hall behind me. Turning around, I see a short Karen approaching us. Rune? No, the outfit looks different. Is that?
Professor Seno, did you need something else from me tonight?
No. Thank you, Doctor. I actually wanted to come and talk to our guest here.
Oh, of course. Well, please go ahead.
Marrowyn takes a step to let the smaller Karen approach me. He seems a bit taken aback. I don't think he expected him to be here right now. I wonder what he could want. Hello, Tucker. It's been a few days, hasn't it? I hope everything's well with you. He pauses for me to respond, but knowing he won't understand me, I just nod in response. Good. Well, I just came to make sure everything was alright, and to apologize for taking so much of Dr. Seno's time. I'll let go of his tail soon, I promise. Oh, speaking of, Dr. Seno. Did Dr. Seno deliver you your monitor? Yeah, thanks for that. He quickly looks to Marrowyn, who translates for him, nodding his reply. Good. I'm glad you got it. If something doesn't work, do let me know. It's not my best work. I feel like he also said that about the algorithm he made. I guess he's had decades to build up his standards, though. It was truly fascinating to work on, and I don't believe that I broke anything, but we'll see. It's a shame you didn't have anything else on you when... Oh, but never mind that. Dr. Seno, our guest here. You've been monitoring their progress, correct? How are they been adapting to Alrin so far?
Oh, very well, sir. I've got a report ready for you when you have time. On top of the other ones I've sent you, sir.
Wait, has Tyre not read any of the notes Marrowyn's written for me? On me? Surely they must at least have talked about them. They've been together for like 2 days now, right? Yes, I believe I saw that. Well, that's good to hear. But I shouldn't keep you waiting any longer. We'll speak about this tomorrow. Have a good night, you two. He offers a small nod before turning to walk away.
Good night, sir.
Good night, Tyre. He only gets a few paces down the hallway before something stops him and he turns back to face us. Oh, I almost forgotten, Tucker. The captain would like to have a word with you. Oh. Excuse me? Surely I heard him wrong, right? Right? But if Marrowyn's expression is anything to go by, I didn't. Dr. Seno, are you quite alright? I wasn't expecting this at all, and I don't think he was either, as Doctor just looks dumbfounded. Tugging at his jacket seems to draw his attention from the stupor.
Professor Seno, surely you just mean she wants a report, correct?
No, I said what I meant, Doctor. She believes it's time she personally addresses our guest here. Are you suggesting a problem with that arrangement?
No, I just, are you sure she doesn't want a report? I'd happily head over to her office now and...
Doctor, please. I got the news from her personally. Stop acting so difficult about this. There's nothing out of the ordinary about a captain wanting to inspect the member of her crew, including our guest here. Anyways, it's about time they met. Marrowyn still looks distraught, but he doesn't make another attempt to retort. Now, Tucker, I was told that she'd reach out to you in the morning and give you a time for your meeting. Consider that her office is outside of the bounds of yours current confinement. She is granting you access to take the service elevator up to the required floor. I don't know what you've heard about her, but please, remember, she is very busy. The fact she managed to find the time to meet with you, should come as a very generous invitation. So please, don't be late. With that, he offers a curt nod and starts walking back down the hallway. Well, I guess I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Anyway, however, still seems to be taking his news. No, excuse me. Marrowyn, however, seems to be taking this news not particularly well. I go to pull on his jacket again, but he snaps out of it and turns to me before I can reach him.
Oh, Tucker, well, I suppose there are a few things that I need to discuss tonight.
So, he's serious, huh? I have to go meet the captain?
It would seem so.
He takes off his glasses and rubs his tired eyes. I can't help but feel he may be making this out to be worse than what it actually is.
It should be fine. Perhaps this will even be good. You should ask her for more access to the station, or maybe more assistance for your medical research, or maybe
some new clothes?
Yes, maybe some new clothes. Right, of course. With the right approach, tomorrow could prove to be a very fortuitous Tucker.
He still seems nervous, but he's right. If things go well tomorrow, there's no saying what might change for me. Although it seems as though even Tyre is cautious around her, so I best be on my guard. Seeing as we're still just standing around, Marrowyn suggests we head in for the night. Oh, that's such a good look for him. He takes off his jacket before heading to his monitor to close out work for the day. I, on the other hand, get cleaned up for the night, although I'm still waiting for Marruk to bring me dinner. I hope he didn't forget about that. Heading over to the bathroom, I notice Marrowyn standing over my bed, back turned to me. Is something wrong?
Wrong! No, I don't think so, but please tell me. Is this your handiwork?
What is he? Oh. Leaning around him, I see he's pointing out my crude attempt at a pillow fort. that I made with his pillows. Oh, yeah. You can take them back if you need them. I wasn't sure if you were coming back last night. I couldn't get comfortable.
It's a very impressive arrangement. Although the structure stability seems to be lacking.
He says as he plucks out one for himself, causing the rest to gently flop over. My kingdom felled by the hands of a wicked beast. However will I recover? Though through his smile, I can tell I used too many new words there, and I think he got some of it. Well, remaking his bed, there's a knock at the door, which Marrowyn promptly checks. This enough for you, or whatever?
Yes, thank you. Would you like to come in?
For a moment, it almost looks like he's actually considering it. Nah, I gotta make up for lost shifts. And, well, that means getting up early. Real early. Another time, yeah?
Of course. Good night, Lieutenant.
Marruk offers a polite nod to Marrowyn, then surprises me with one before he heads out and closes the door. Now with tray in hand, Marrowyn sits down on his freshly made bed and gestures at me to come get some food. Wordlessly, he puts a bowl in front of me, and we sit silently as I take a bite of food. He's barely nibbling at the fringes of his portion, by the time I finished up. Still, it's nice, and nicer than some of the other quiet meals we've had here at least.
My
attention is drawn to Marrowyn as his eyes study the ceiling.
I didn't get to meet the captain until I've worked here for quite a while. She's quite the Karen.
Seeing as he doesn't plan on elaborating, I take the initiative. Could you tell me more about her? All I know is her name, and to be honest, I've kinda already forgotten.
Belle. Captain Belle.
Is Captain her first name?
What? No, but Captain is usually enough.
So what? She just runs the place? Does she decide what gets researched here, or?
No, not quite. She keeps the entire station on schedule and maintains order. Well, she does a lot of things, but that's the brief explanation.
And the long explanation? He turns back to me, an inscrutable expression on his muzzle. I just wanted answers, not riddles.
Well, let's see. She's helmed the station. Any readjustments and changes to the position of the station are done at her discretion. She manages all finalized schedules and timetables for major projects, along with communicating their success off station. And she has the final word when it comes to the safety of the station and its crew.
Isn't that Marruk's job?
Sorry, no. He acts more as her intermediary than anything. He can make changes to his crew and their schedules, but what needs to be done and what is best for the crew is up to her in the end.
Oh wow, I guess that explains all of the comments about how his opinion didn't matter. I feel bad for him. That must be rough. Oh wait, if she isn't the one deciding what's going on around here, then who is?
Oh, that's complicated.
Marrowyn.
No. I promise this is actually a bit complicated, but I can try to explain. The main owner of the station are on Lyran and Urian governments, as they fund the station. However, the company that built the station has had a lot of influence when it comes to the deciding what's done here.
Wait, what's the company that built this place? And hold on, why doesn't Reich have a say in any of this?
Well, the company is a research conglomerate named Soknos. And as for Reich, well, they don't really have the financial power to create something like this. They're still the newest colony after all.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me that. I need to make sure I jot that all down later.
Of course. If you ever want to know anything, you can just ask.
Yeah, I'm not sure I believe that. Well, you can ask. Whether or not he tells you, that's a different story. But you can ask, Tucker.
But let's deal with this in the morning, before the meeting. I feel like you should be doing something else right now.
Huh?
Have you forgotten already? Your monitor, Tucker. Wouldn't you like to try it out?
My monitor? Oh. Pulling out my phone, I tapped the top, like he showed me earlier. Alright, everyone. I'm going to end the part here. So I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you guys around.